All right, you guys, welcome to our second team call of February. I hope I'm not echoing too bad. Let me know if I am, and I'll make some changes. But tonight we have an amazing guest speaker. Alexis and I met through our 5-star call that we get with corporate, and decided to do some collaboration. And then we actually got to meet when I went to the New Leaders Conference. I was sitting down and I looked to my right, and when we went, we had like special seating for elite. So it wasn't assigned, but you got to choose your seats. And I was like, Alexis? And she was like, yeah. And I'm like, Melissa. So it was just fun how we saw each other and were able to put a name with a face and kind of chat. We got pictures, but my phone died after that, so I don't even have those up. But I want to just go over a couple of things. Right now we're in the middle of the month. Well, a little bit into the middle of the month since it's a short month. And so continue to rally your teams for Team Cup. Everyone's doing amazing. I just went down through my personally sponsored coaches. And at this point, for my personally sponsored team only, and I know that's a very small fraction of our team, we've already touched 84 lives, guys. That's major. And we still have almost a half a month left. So continue to send out your invites, build those relationships, do your follow-ups, and really talk to people. Spring's right around the corner. People want to feel comfortable in their own skin. They don't want to have to go buy cover-ups or avoid pictures, things like that. So talk to things or post and talk about things that people are going to be able to relate to. Continue to support the people on your teams who may be struggling, because we do have a lot of new people or people who've been on the team and they've never done a team cup before. And it's not so much necessarily about the points, but really that camaraderie and building each other up and learning from each other.
Daddy.
Super important. So before we kick off, does anyone have any questions regarding Team Cup? Or any celebrations, maybe things that are going well? Cool. I'm going to take the silence as a no. I'm also going to ask that you guys start thinking about this from the 10th to the 18th of March. I'm really going to be leaning on you guys to be keeping the engagement in the team pages, tagging me and Leslie, Katrina, Kim, all in your posts so that we're still getting stuff, because we're going to be out at sea next month. And we will have some availability to Wi-Fi. I'm going to pay for that, but just checking in with people, making sure everyone's good. There's still engagement on our pages. So if you guys could do that, that'd be awesome. And I'm going to stop talking out of respect for Alexis's time because it's a little bit later. And she's just going to share with us a little bit on some topics that she has really helped her team grow in. And she is a 5-star elite coach this year. She was in the top 100. And I think she's in Denver, right? Yeah, so she's in Denver. And as you grow, guys, it's going to be really awesome for you and you get to live events and meet people, to really collaborate with people across the organization, to hear what they're doing in their organizations, where they come from. I know Kelly, that's on the call tonight. We sat next to each other on the plane going to Nashville last year. So that's how we kind of stayed connected, and we've just become friends because of Beachbody. So reach out, build those relationships. I know Jennifer goes to the Phoenix Super Saturday, so that's a really cool spot for her to be in, because she will probably start meeting a lot of really awesome people to bring on to team calls and things like that. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce Alexis.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. I love doing team calls because I think it's such a good opportunity to really just kind of capture everybody's attention for a little bit and try to teach something exciting and get people re-motivated for the week or the month or whatever it is. And I just know my coaches always have so many like aha moments or like learning moments on team calls, and I just think they're so crucial. So Melissa, can we mute everybody? I think if you click Okay. We should be good now. Awesome. Okay. Sorry. It's so distracting to me, and I'm like ADD, as you can, like, it's bad. So I'm like, oh my God, I need to have some help here. Okay. So I'm going to talk to you guys tonight about mindset and believing in yourself and visualization. And I know it's such a broad topic, but it's something that I'm really, really passionate about, and something that I think has helped me really excel in my business. And it's something that I teach my team weekly. I always joke that my team rolls their eyes when I talk about mindset, because I talk about it so much. But I actually was just at a Tony Robbins seminar recently, and he talks about success, and that success is 80% psychology and 20% mechanics. And to me, like, that is right there in a nutshell. Like, that is everything. To know that your success is based off of 80% of your psychology is really just, it's crazy to me. I think it's so incredible how powerful our mindset can be. So can you guys see my presentation? Just like a thumbs up or something, so I know you're good. Okay, cool. So the reason that I like to call this presentation Believe It Before You See It is because it's the opposite of what everybody teaches you. So when you grow up, and when we're in society, like, there's that saying, like, I need to see it before I believe it, right? Like, that's something that we hear so much when we're just in society. People are like, let me see it first and then I'll believe it. But the real way we should be looking at things is, if you believe it before, then eventually you will see it. And so that's kind of how I'm going to lead things tonight and teach you about the power of belief and visualization. So this is one of my favorite quotes ever. If you can't picture yourself in your own mind being extremely successful, dominating your market, and running a phenomenal business, then chances are you never will. I talk to my coaches all the time about not even just the conversations that you're having inside of your head, but everything you do all day, the things that you're saying out loud, the conversations you're having with yourself, with your spouse, with your kids, with your friends, with your coaches. Everything that comes out of your mouth is indicating your success, because it's all coming from your psychology and your mindset. If you're doubting yourself at any point in time in your business, it's going to show in your business. And I see it every day. Every day I'm working with coaches that are struggling, and 9 times out of 10, it comes down to they're not doing enough PD and they're not believing in themselves. It's literally, it's crazy to me at times. Like, oh my gosh, they're doing everything. They're doing their invites. They're doing their workouts. They're being a product of the product, and something's not working. But it comes down to they're not believing in themselves. They're not believing in their success. They don't think they deserve it, or they don't think that they've earned it, whatever it is. And there's something that's not connecting there. So I have some really good stuff tonight that I think is going to help you kind of get over that. So just to give you a really quick story about myself, I've been a coach for just over 2 years now. Like Melissa said, I finished the year 5-star elite. My team is the Barbells. We just hit over 1,000 members last week, so it was really exciting for us. Matt and I have been together for, almost 6 years. I think he's going to eventually make me his wife. I don't know what the hell he's waiting for, but it's a big joke. I'm just kidding. And we have a Bernese Mountain Dog, Josie. She's 10 months now. That's her right there. She's like the love of my life. So I totally never knew what it was like to be a mom. And all of you moms are probably like, oh my gosh, having a pet is nothing like it. But I swear it is, because my whole life revolves around her, and I make decisions based off of her. And I don't know, it's just such a different world. So I can't wait to be a mom someday, but this has definitely gotten me kind of closer to getting an idea of what it's like to start to put someone else before yourself, right? So that's just a little bit about me. And with Beachbody, I started off basically for the accountability. I just was in a really bad place in my life, and I had gained a bunch of weight. My nutrition was off. Everything was just not matching up. And a friend basically told me that I should give Beachbody a try. And I just basically decided to be a coach right off the bat. She presented it to me. And I was like, you know what? I think it'll hold me accountable, because if I just do a challenge group and I don't tell anybody about it, I have a feeling I'm going to fail and I won't get results. So I kind of went straight into it hoping that I was going to get really great results because I wanted to tell other people about it. And so within probably the first 3 or 4 months, I just started talking to people about, oh my gosh, the results, the Shakeology. I got like addicted to it. And I was like off of some of my digestive medications from it. And I lost a bunch of weight and I was feeling good and confident. I was sleeping better, had more energy. I mean, the list goes on, right? I was telling everybody about it. And pretty soon, like I was selling challenge packs left and right. And so I was like, okay, I think this is a business opportunity here. So about 3 months in, I decided to pursue it. I went diamond in 90 days and the rest is just kind of history. One thing I will tell you guys about my story is I was a diamond coach for 1 year. And I share that because I see this in the business a lot now that I've started to speak on team calls and I've been kind of reaching out more in the network. One of the biggest challenges, I guess I would call it, in our network is the diamond culture that we create. So we create this culture to get to diamond and to be a diamond coach. But the problem is a lot of coaches get to diamond and then they let off the gas, right? You kind of get to diamond because you work so hard to get there. And then that's like your stopping point. And so I'm really working hard this year to teach my coaches that diamond is like the starting point of your business. Like most coaches at diamond rank aren't even making that great of money. I'm just being transparent, you know, it's really true in, you know, you can get to diamond very quickly, very easily, if you kind of take out all of the, you know, we glorify it. I think we make it a little bit of a bigger deal than it should be. And I tell you guys this because I was a diamond for a year and I was like turning my wheels and I just couldn't figure out what was going on and what was I doing wrong. And I was focusing on all the wrong things. I was focusing on building my team and trying to help my coaches and not continuing to grow my business and continuing to do my invites, you know, and continuing to focus on my personal development for myself. And really what it came down to is when I kind of scaled back and started going back to the basics and doing my daily vital behaviors and doing my, you know, daily things like my invites and my power hour, then my business started to grow. And I went from diamond to 7-star qualifying in 6 months. Like I popped 7 diamonds in 6 months. So it was like a huge transformation. So my best advice for anybody who's like at that level where you're at diamond and you're really trying to get to that next level, you know, nothing should change about your business. And everybody gets to diamond and thinks they need to change their behaviors and change like what they're working on every day. And it's not. You just have to stick to the basics and continue to grow your personal business. And if you're leading by example, your diamonds and your coaches are going to follow that. So that's just a little bit of my story. So let's talk about my secret sauce. So a lot of times people come to me and say, okay, like what's your secret? You know, that's kind of like Melissa probably gets it too. When you start to see success in the business, people always want to know like, what's your secret, you know? And it's so funny to me because there is no secret, but if I had to give you a secret that I have, it is really kind of what I'm going to talk about tonight. So my confidence and belief in myself, my business, my coaches, my team, Beachbody as a company, and my future. So the reason I say Beachbody as a company is because you guys, if you're all in with Beachbody, you need to be all in. You need to be all in from every aspect. Your personal self, your business, your coaches, your team. You need to believe in your coaches. You need to believe in your team. You need to believe in Beachbody and the vision that Beachbody has. You know, I did research on Beachbody, like as a company, like what is Carl's vision? Like what is he like as a CEO? These are things you want to know because you want to be behind Beachbody as a company. So you're so confident that no matter what, when somebody comes to you and talks to you, or if somebody has an objection, or if somebody has a question, you always have a confident way to respond. And then confidence in your future. We are so nervous as humans. I feel like naturally we're nervous about the future. Like the future is the unknown, right? I love thinking about the future because I'm so sold on what the future is going to look like because I visualize it. I believe in it. I love thinking about my future. Think about all the success. And I am a very materialistic person. So I think about like the shiny things. And I say that because I think it's natural. Like some people just like that. And maybe you don't. And that's okay. I have a couple coaches who are like they're not shiny people. Like that is not what motivates them. Some people very motivated by the shiny things. Like, I want to have a really big, nice house in the mountains someday. That's just my dream, and that's okay. You have to figure out what is it that your future is going to look like. And you have to kind of get fixated on it. You have to start to just believe in it. I think about it all the time. It's like, it's a really weird thing. It's almost like I already see it. I already know what it's going to look like. I already know what it's going to feel like. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that in a minute, but visualization. So I'm going to teach you guys exactly how powerful visualization can be, and kind of how to use it as your friend in your business. So where do I get this confidence from? Because most people come to me and they're like, I'm not confident. I don't have that confidence. Trust me, I didn't either. I always tell my coaches, I was the girl that was going nowhere fast. I mean, I was a college dropout, you guys. I was drowning in debt. I was overweight. Like, I have every negative thing that I feel like you could have going on, like in your life, was going on. I was having family drama. Like, I don't have a relationship with my mom. I struggle with anxiety and depression. I mean, you name it. Like, there was a point where I'm like, this is just, I mean, what's the point? So trust me when I say, like, I didn't have confidence either. I did not believe in myself, but it takes practice. You literally have to practice believing in yourself. You have to practice confidence. It's not something that, I don't believe you're born with being confident. I believe that it's a trait that you can develop over time and over practicing. Knowledge. You guys, when you have knowledge and when you are very knowledgeable on the things that you're doing, like your products, when you know Shakeology on the back of your hand, when you know the coaching opportunity off the back of your hand, when you know why this business is a better opportunity than anything else out there, when you have that knowledge to have those conversations and to talk to people, you will feel more confident. It's funny. I love when I get objections now. Like, I'm at the point in my business where I'm like, yes, I love when people say no, or when people say I don't have the money or I don't have the time. It's like a game to me now, because I'm like, oh my gosh, if only you knew. Like, wait, I'm going to tell you why you do have the money or why you do have the time. It's because people don't know. People don't know confidence. People don't know worth. People don't think they're worth $140 of investing in themselves. I mean, I have literally talked to women who are like, I don't think I should spend $140. Like, you don't think your life, your future, your body, your kids is worth this $140 investment that could literally change your life. I mean, it's all about that knowledge and being able to have those conversations with people, and it's just kind of rolls off the tip of your tongue. Like, you're knowledgeable, you're confident, you just know. Personal development. I am probably the biggest personal development nerd ever. I read personal development books until I'm blue in the face. I listen to personal development podcasts. Like, I love personal development, and it has really taken me to the next level. And again, when coaches come to me and they're struggling, it's the first thing I ask. What are you doing for personal development right now? How much have you been doing? How much have you been reading? How much have you been listening to me? And 9 times out of 10, I get, well, I probably could be doing more, which is really the indirect way of saying I'm not doing enough. So personal development, positive self-talk and affirmation. So this is something that people struggle with because it feels really awkward and weird. But it really works. And it's kind of like that weird moment where you literally are like looking in the mirror and you're like, I'm about to talk to myself right now. This is so stupid. But if you can just get past it, and maybe you don't want to talk to yourself in the mirror. Maybe it's something that you write in your journal. I'm a big writer, so I just like to write, like, I am confident. I am proud. I am, successful. Like, I can do this. I will do this. Sometimes just the actual exercise of writing those things out and reciting those things to yourself helps you become a more confident person. So again, you guys, I didn't wake up this way. I practice these things. I have really done a lot of things to help me get to this place. And it's taken practice. It's taken hard work. It's taken effort. I truly believe confidence is just like another muscle in your body. You have to exercise it. You have to use it and continue to practice it so that it feels good and that you're used to it. And especially with women, I feel like women are like, they're afraid to be confident. Like our society is so judgmental, and so we're always being judged. Every move we make, we're being judged as how, as moms, we're being judged as what we're wearing, or, how we spend our money, or how we talk to our husbands. I mean, everything. We're always being judged. I feel like women have such a freaking like platform. Like we're always on I don't know. I feel like we're always on a stage. The spotlight is always on us. And so we need to just step away from that and just be proud of who we are and be confident in ourselves and just get comfortable with ourselves. And just, it's not about the outside world. It's about us, because we can't help people if we're not comfortable with ourselves, right? So we have got to work on ourselves and be comfortable with ourselves and be confident in ourselves. Because our whole purpose as Beachbody coaches is to help other people. If you are not feeling good in your own skin, how are you helping other people? Right? I mean, there's a gap there. And that is truly why I believe when most coaches come to me and they're struggling, they're not doing personal development. And it's because they're not helping themselves. They're not helping themselves, so they can't help other people. And then setting realistic goals. So confidence comes from setting realistic goals. And the reason I say that is because if you are, consistently hitting Success Club 5, and then you're like, okay, I'm going to hit Success Club 80 this month, that's not realistic. And then you're going to fall short and you're going to feel discouraged and you lose confidence. Being, helping be more confident in setting realistic goals by like, okay, I hit Success Club 5 realistically. I could probably hit Success Club 10 because it's only a couple more people. So you're setting the bar a little bit higher, but it's still a realistic place where, with your work ethic, with your talent, with the things that you've done in the past, you could probably still achieve it. Okay, so the power of belief. Whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. So basically, it's all right here. It's all psychology, you guys. If you think you're going to achieve it, you probably will. If you think you can't, I can tell you, you won't. I tell my coaches all the time, it does not matter what it is. If you have any doubt in your mind that it's not going to happen, it will not happen. I have seen coaches try to hit diamond for weeks and months on end. And when they finally believe in themselves, when they finally find that time that they can believe in themselves, that's when they hit it. It's like, it always boils down to psychology. It always boils down to believing in yourself, the power of it. So like I was just kind of talking about, if you can't help yourself, how do you help others? If you don't believe in it, why would someone else? You have to be so confident in it yourself that somebody else is going to believe in it. If you're unsure about Shakeology, why would somebody else want to invest the $130 on it, right? If you're unsure about the coaching opportunity and what it can do for somebody else, why would they believe in it? I mean, when I talk to people, I'm like, I don't care if you sign up. Like my mindset, I don't actually say this, but my mindset is I don't care if you sign up or not, because I am confident in what the opportunity has done for me, and I'm going to tell you what it's done for me, and I think that it's going to benefit you. But if you don't see the value, if you don't think it's worth the investment, I don't want you to do it. Because why? Why would we want somebody to do something that they're not 100% sold on, right? So if you don't believe in it, why would someone else? By believing in the products and the business, you gain the trust of your followers. So the more we believe in what we do and the more that we show that to our people, to our audience. So the more you present that on social media, the more you talk about it in your conversations, in your invites, in your conversations, the more you get to the place where you're going to gain trust of people. I have had people that come to me now and they're like, okay, I've been following you for 2 years. I finally believe you. Like, I thought you were going to fall on your face. I thought you were going to fail, but you still keep kicking ass. You still post the same things. You still show that you're confident in what you do. And now I trust you enough. It may take people 6 months. It may take people a year. It may take people 2 years. The point is you need to believe in it full out and be consistent in that so that people really do. And so if it does take them that long, at least you've done your role in being consistent and believing in the products and the business and yourself. By believing in yourself, you gain the trust of your coaches and your team. So, one thing is you have got to be the role model for your team. Sometimes I have my coaches, my leaders, my diamonds, or even like coaches who are getting close to diamond and they're coming to me and they're frustrated because none of their coaches are working the business, you know? And I say, okay, let's figure out why you think this is happening. Did you hit Success Club last month? If the answer is no, then the conversation basically ends for me, because I said, you know what? You need to be a role model. You need to set an example for your team. If you're not hitting Success Club, why the hell would you expect your coaches to hit it? Right? So it may sound harsh and it may be bold, but you guys, it's true. By believing in yourself, by saying, I am going to hit Success Club non-negotiable. I believe that I can. I know that I can. I will. Shows to your coaches that you will. So for Team Cup this month, I put together a calendar for my team and I said, okay, by this point in the month, you need to hit Success Club 4. By this point in the month, you need to hit Success Club 6. And I broke it down all the way to Success Club 16. So our goal as a team was to everybody to hit Success Club 16. The reason we did that is because if everybody on your team hits 15, you would hit the 75 points to get all 3 tiers for the prizes. But I just push it up to 16 because most of the time it's challenge packs and it's an even number. So it's crazy because I was like, okay, this kind of puts pressure on the leader, because I know for myself, like I can't tell my team, okay, you should hit Success Club 4 by this point, you know, if I'm not doing myself. You guys, I'm not kidding you. Every single time that that I, like, on the calendar, I said, you need to hit this by this, I have hit it, like, literally by the minute. Like, okay, this day I needed to hit Success before, I hit it. Because I know that I'm in front of my leaders and I need to be a role model, right? And I need to lead by example. So it's just kind of cool to see that as a leader, it's so powerful what you can do. You don't need to tell your coaches what to do. You just need to do it yourself and they will follow. How to overcome haters and naysayers. So this is something that I know so many people struggle with, but what about this? What about that? What about her? What about him? You guys, it's inevitable. We're going to have haters. We're going to have naysayers. You just have to walk away. A lot of times if somebody posts something on your page or says something to you that you don't like, or that's resistant to your, you know, whatever you're doing at the time, you have to walk away. And I tell my coaches, walk away and seek PD. Go look for some personal development, even if it's a couple minutes. Sometimes 2 pages in your book can completely turn your mindset around. Dig back into your why. Sometimes we forget, like, there's a reason that we started this. There's a reason that nothing else mattered. And we just said, I want to do this. I want to make this work. Sometimes we lose touch of that. Get yourself back to that place where you're just like, okay, I'm going to take 5 minutes and I'm going to sit in a room by myself and I'm going to think about, why did I do this? Why did I start this? Why do I continue to do this every day, even when the haters and the naysayers come out? Why? There is a reason. And remember, all it takes is one person. You guys, when you're posting things on your page and it turns somebody the wrong way, there's one person that's always going to love it. There's one person that's always going to feel inspired or motivated by it. So who cares if 5 people don't like it? One person is going to like it. One person is going to be touched by it. And that's all that matters. You know, like sometimes I post things and it makes me uncomfortable because it's raw and it's sharing my story. And I'm like, ugh, it's really hard to share those things sometimes. But I always get like that one message, like, hey girl, like you really spoke to me tonight. Like, thanks so much for your message, or whatever it is. It's that one person. I love this quote, so I just wanted to share it. Small minds can't comprehend big spirits. To be great, you have to be willing to be mocked, hated, and misunderstood. We're on a different level, you guys. Like, the average person doesn't live their life the way that Beachbody coaches do, because Beachbody coaches are positive people. We are positive people. We are trying to better ourselves. We're trying to better our lives on every aspect. You know, we're doing personal development. We're, you know, getting healthy. We're doing our workouts. We're drinking our shakes. We're surrounded. Can you guys hear me? Okay. I think I froze there for a second. So basically what I was saying is that, we are positive people. Beachbody coaches are awesome. We are in this amazing community, and you're going to have to just be willing to be mocked or hated or misunderstood, because people aren't on that level. They don't understand what it's like to be positive all the time. And you should be proud and happy that that's what you do with your life, right? Visualization. Melissa, is it accurate that I have 6 minutes? I just want to know for sure.
Yeah, but if we need to jump back on, we can.
Okay, cool. I can try to wrap it up by then. So visualization, basically, studies have shown that thoughts produce the same mental instructions as actions. Mental imagery impacts many cognitive processes in the brain: motor control, attention, perception, planning, and memory. So the brain is getting trained for actual performance during visualization. It's been found that mental practices can enhance motivation, increase confidence, and I don't know that word, improve motor performance, prime your brain for success, and increase states of flow, all relevant to achieving your best life. You guys, visualization is crazy. I'm like addicted to it, because the more I visualize my success, the more it keeps happening. And I'm like, okay, this stuff works. Boxing legend Muhammad Ali was always stressing the importance of seeing himself victorious long before the actual fight. As struggling young actor, Jim Carrey used to picture himself being the greatest actor in the world. Michael Jordan always took the last shot in his mind before he ever took one in real life. And I walked on fire. So at Tony Robbins, you actually walk on hot coals and like flaming fire at his seminar. And it's because he basically walks you through the power of visualizing and believing in yourself and believing in the process. And so I walked on fire, and people are always like, did you burn your feet? Well, hell yeah, I burnt my feet. I walked on fire. But the cool thing about it was I was so in my mind and so confident in, okay, I'm going to walk across fire, and I know I'm going to burn my feet, but I'm going to be above that, and I'm going to burn my feet, but I'm going to walk through, and I'm not going to let pain like take over my situation. And trust me, I know it sounds weird and crazy. Like when I tell people this, they always look at me like, you did what? You are talking like gibberish right now. But you guys, it's so cool to know that that's how powerful the brain is. Like you can literally walk across hot coals and not even feel it, because you're so, you're taking complete control of your brain and your thoughts. So visualizing your Beachbody business, every month, like when I have my goals, I write them down. I write them in multiple places. I write them in my notebook. I write them on my dry erase board. Like sometimes I put it like with a marker on our mirror, on our refrigerator, like our rank goals, income goals, team goals, like whatever your goals are, you guys write it down, put it in multiple places. So you're constantly seeing it. It's constantly on your mind. Visualizing your life by design, pay off your debt, your house, cars, vacations. I mean, down to literally the specifics. Like I will write down like, okay, at this point, I'm going to achieve this, and it's going to give me the income to buy this and pay off this. I mean, you guys, it's not just, I want to be a 5-star diamond. That is not, you need to be specific. Okay, you're going to be a 5-star diamond. And what is being a 5-star diamond going to do for you? What's it going to do for your life? What's it going to do for your kids, for your husband? How's it going to feel? What's it going to look like? What's it going to smell like? What's it going to sound like? I mean, seriously. So ways to practice, involve your senses. So like, maybe your goal is to walk across stage at Summit. What's it going to sound like? People are going to cheer. It's going to be loud. It's going to be, you're going to smell the turf on the football field. I mean, seriously, that is where you need to get yourself, where you're literally like, you can feel it. You can smell it. You can taste it. Look from other perspectives. What's it going to feel like when you walk across stage? And then what's it going to feel like to the people in the stage? They're going to be looking at you. Are your coach is going to be watching you. They're going to be proud of you. Act as if you already achieved your goal. Self-talk and affirmations. We already talked about that. Write your goals down in a journal and in I am 10. So I am a 15-star diamond. I am a 6-figure earner. Maybe you're not there yet, but by writing these things down, you're actually practicing it in your brain, and your brain helps you get there because you're visualizing it. You're practicing it. Make a dream board. Talk about it with your spouse, your family, and your closest friends. I think one of the best things you can do is share it with other people that you love and care about. because it gets them involved. Now you have people that are holding you accountable, people that are counting on you, people that are expecting it from you. Okay, we're down to less than a minute, Melissa. So,
okay. So, do you guys have any questions for Alexis? She just gave us a ton of amazing information that I hope you guys have a page full of notes like I do and are going to be able to take some stuff and implement it. But is there anything that you have a dire burning to ask more about? You can either unmute yourself or put it in the chat.
And if you guys think of anything, after we get off, you can always shoot me a Facebook message or like post it in the team call event or whatever. I'm an open book. I love to answer questions. And also if you want to know like my favorite PD and stuff like that I do for that, I would love to share that. So.
Awesome. Well, you did amazing. And I appreciate you coming and just giving us a wealth of information. This is a lot of the stuff that we talk about. And so being able to hear the nuggets that you took from Tony Robbins and putting it into your own like PDF, not PDF, but you know what I mean?
Yes.
Being able to teach it back to us is amazing. And so just a few things that I want to highlight on. You guys, she said be all in. So if you're making the decision that this is what you want to do, like show up, stop holding yourself out, take your foot off the gas and let's go. Like you are capable of anything. Alexis and I have very similar, when she was saying the things about herself in the beginning, I'm like, yep. I mean, I got to diamond in 90 days and I sat there because I was like, oh, I'm a diamond. And then I